discover the wisdom of history's greatest minds. Listen closely and reflect deeply as their powerful words and timeless insights inspire new perspectives. You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anyone. No matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. The real question of life after death isn't whether or not it exists, but even if it does, what problem this really solves. If you own something you cannot give away, then you don't own it. It owns you. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. Always go too far, because that's where you'll find the truth. Without effort and willingness to experience pain and anxiety, nobody grows. In fact, nobody achieves anything worth achieving. Don't hold on to anyone who's leaving. Otherwise, you won't meet the one who's coming. Doubt isn't the opposite of faith. It is an element of faith. The busier we are, the more acutely we feel that we live, the more conscious we are of life. Kind words don't cost much, yet they accomplish much. The first duty of love is to listen. The courage to be is the courage to accept oneself, in spite of being unacceptable. Sometimes you have to go through the worst to get the best. Health so far outweighs all other blessings of life, that a truly healthy beggar is happier than a sick king. Hope in reality is the worst of all evils, because it prolongs the torments of man. Adventures are never fun while you're having them. I don't feel that it is necessary to know exactly what I am. The main interest in life and work is to become someone else that you were not in the beginning. No one can construct for you the bridge upon which precisely you must cross the stream of life. No one but yourself alone. When we blather about trivial things, we ourselves become trivial, for our attention gets taken up with trivialities. You become what you give your attention to. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action. Remember, some things have to end for better things to begin. Time always exposes what you truly mean to someone. You deserve it. The career, the love, the family, the peace, the life. Your vision will be blurry, but it will grow clear with time. Life will separate you from your friends, so appreciate each moment you have together. Being private Staying low-key and not telling everyone everything is self-care. Where your fear is, there is your task. You desire to know the art of living, my friend. It is contained in one phrase. Make use of suffering. The bravest sight in the world is to see a great man struggling against adversity. To perceive the world differently, we must be willing to change our belief system. Let the past slip away, expand our sense of now, and dissolve the fear in our minds. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. While we are postponing, life speeds by. Conquer yourself rather than the world. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Do not complain about growing old. It is a privilege denied to many. The man who has no inner life is the slave of his surroundings. Divide each difficulty into as many parts as is feasible and necessary to resolve it. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. To remain in the past means to be dead. My friend is he who will tell me my faults in private. Money is a tool, not the goal. Freedom is the goal. You are responsible for your own happiness. If you expect others to make you happy, you will always be disappointed. No evil propensity of the human heart is so powerful that it may not be subdued by discipline. No man ever threw away life while it was worth keeping. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. Man can endure the hardest trials if he sees meaning in them. The whole difficulty lies in creating that meaning. Patience is your ally. Never forget who helped you in a difficult time. Be careful whom you associate with. It is human to imitate the habits of those with whom we interact. We inadvertently adopt their interests, their opinions, their values, and their habit of interpreting events. In old age, we all regret not having killed laziness in ourselves.